A big thanks to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video.
If this doesn't work, if these photos don't, oh man, there's mist in the valley. Yeah, yes, whoever is the photography god.
I had travelled to Iceland with the idea of photographing volcanoes, but the main goal was the live volcano. And I felt really excited and lucky to get that chance. But the volcano doesn't erupt all the time. It goes in fits and starts. And unfortunately, when I landed, it was inactive and there was heavy fog. So after some thought, I decided to head to the highlands and return to photograph the live volcano later in the trip. But what I didn't realise was just how amazing that evening would turn out to be. So for now, lava and eruptions can wait. Here I am, about to hike the sunset in the highlands of Iceland.
Okay, so I've arrived at my destination, but unfortunately I'm taking the chickens route out across this river. So there's a car park just here and I only have to go just over there, about another 200 metres. It looks so deep. And there's lots of cars parked here and about 5 parked there, and they've all got bigger wheels than I have. So I decided it was best for my first crossing just to do it on foot over a bridge. And I'm hiking up a hill over there to hopefully get this midnight sun. And I think I've got a perfect first evening for it. You can probably see the bubbles here, and as I get closer to this water is bath temperature warm. And there's people bathing over there. Incredible. And it absolutely stinks. So here's the plan. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hike up this big mountain behind me. I'm not all tired. Didn't all get up at 4 AM this morning. I'll be fine. No problem at all. And yeah, I think it's going to be epic. It's epic already, so it's going to be even more epic. This place is literally like the surface of Mars. All right, let's go. Okay, seems like I've come across the first obstacle, and this is the bridge. So the usual best scenario to do when you're trying to cross the river is just go downstream. So I'm going to try and find somewhere down there where it's got a bit wider, maybe a bit shallower, time to spread out a little bit and hopefully find something. These flies. Oh, this is going to be so cold. Whew. It's the only way to do it. It's cold and very strong. Short and steep, that's this hill. Look at that. We've got some nice side light and the sun goes really shallow now and we'll just sort of bounce up there. So we've got golden 6 hours, I'd say now. And that light's just going to change and get more dramatic. Just unbelievable. Ah, if ever there was a time to say it doesn't get better than this, it was this time. Apart from the flies. But look at this, isn't it absolutely amazing? I love how the two sort of sides come in and meet. I think there's going to be some really good drone shots where I can get over these sort of streams and fingers down there, and I think that'll look really good. And there's just no wind tonight, so it's going to be really spectacular. So one of the things that I do when I'm walking up a mountain is try and, if I'm going to take a long lens shot, look in the distance, because even though it's a long way away, things can change just subtly, and you don't want to miss something that's really good. Now the light's getting better and better and the shadows are getting longer, which is good, but that makes it more complicated, and we've got quite a few complicated elements over there. There is the snow, which looks good, but I think can look a bit untidy. The shadows, and then the different shapes in the hills, as well as the cloud formations as well. So there's a lot of things to think about, and you know, if you can keep an eye on it as you're walking up, it's something to do. And when you get there, you might just have a better idea rather than just arrive in thinking, oh, now what I'm going to shoot. This is amazing. It's just amazing. Ooh, we've got that dreaded sort of horizon cloud, which is never good because it sort of dampens all that lovely golden light. I knew we were going to get it, I think. Well, I did know we were going to get it. I thought we were going to get it, I should say. And the problem is, yes, it's just in for good, really, because sunrise is there and sunset obviously is the same place because it doesn't set, it just bounces off the horizon. I did take my drone up though when the sun was a little bit stronger on the mountains over there, and I got some good shots, I think. So I'll share those at the end of the video, probably go back into my studio and print some out, and I'll talk about those and a little bit about how I took them. But I'm going to do a video all about drone photography from here as well. So yeah, so I've not taken a photo yet. Oh dear. Oh, I did. No, I took one photo, which was actually quite nice. I probably should have spoken about it. Whilst I'm walking to the next bit, I'll let you have a look at it.
Don't want to sleep tonight at all. Just want to watch them stars fall. With you, don't want to try to make up dreams just to be seen. I want to lay here beside you, all quiet. Fire breath and open sky.
Okay, so I've got to the top, and just as I arrived, it was no sun at all, but it looks like there might be a little bit of a break over there now, and you can see over here it looks absolutely stunning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and find a composition, probably using a long lens. I'd like to do something a little bit wider. I mean, there's the obvious one, which is the pano, which I will take as well. But what I want to do is just try and pick out some of the shapes that are being made out by this beautiful golden light. This is so nice. And there are also views in all sorts of different directions as well. But I've got all night, so there's no rush, and I think the sun is looking like it's going to get better and better. Okay, so I think I've found my first semi-decent shot. The light's completely gone now, but actually over here in this direction is quite nice, and there's some nice shapes on the ridge. So basically what I've got is, I've got just down here, I'm shooting at about 35 millimeters, and I've got this bit of snow here, and then this bit, then I've got this ridge line here, and then this sort of pinnacle comes on the ridge line. It looks really good. And then this sort of leads your eye through to this mountain in the background. And then I've kept these two clouds on. The photo's a slightly different aspect ratio than this, so it's wider and not as tall. But yeah, hopefully it'll work. It's pretty easy to take them because there's no foreground, just shooting it on f8, which is the sharpest for the lens. Focus anywhere and it'll be fine. Oh, come on, son, there might be another little glimmer of light coming out in a minute, so I'm hoping I'll get something then. Okay, so the sun's like this globe now, and it's casting some beautiful light on the top of the ridge of that mountain that's covered in snow in the background, and there's quite a nice cloud above it as well. So I've gone in long with around about 150 millimeters, and I'm just sort of picking out just that mountain ridge there. And yeah, the colour in the sky is fantastic, and the colour's going to stay like this now. It's around about 11:30. It'll stay like this for probably about another 2.5 hours. So it's so good. It's so epic. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pick out elements of the landscape. So I've got my long lens on my 70 to 200 lens, and all I'm trying to do is just see what I can get really. So at the moment I'm shooting this sun over there. There's this really nice sort of bit of snow that sort of leads into the ridge, and then that ridge takes you through to the mountain in the background. And it's really important when you've got difficult things like this. It's a little bit like woodland photography. You've got to try and pick out things that are good, and it's what you leave out that is so important in photography like this, because if you leave too much in, then it can get overcomplicated. You've got to try and create a composition. Yeah, I mean, the sun goes down so slowly. This is just fantastic. The sky is now really kicking off. It looks really good, but the problem is it needs to be over here. But there's still a nice shot here. You can see that little estuary running through, which looks really fantastic. And we've got the sort of distant mountains that are so sort of subtle and soft because of the haze in the air. But I think a wider shot vertically here would work. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to try a shot sort of a little bit to the right there, vertically getting the clouds in, and then that estuary. But I feel like to get the best of this, we need to be down by the estuary, and then we can get that reflected sort of red light in. It looks really good. So that's it. Heading down now, and the sun's gone into the cloud, unfortunately. I got a little bit, you know, when the sun just caught the high clouds, but there was just nothing on the mountains, unfortunately. But don't it look spectacular? Oh my word. So long walk back. Well, not that long, about half an hour, probably 3/4 of an hour. And then I've got to stay up a bit longer because I don't want to go to bed yet. So I'm going to go and try and find some other things to photograph. Hopefully going to bed at about 4 a.m. And then I'll get my body clock all right. Oh, what a wonderful evening. Okay, so as you can see, the light has completely kicked off here. So I was about to find somewhere to stop and sleep, and it's sunrise. I didn't think it was going to get anything. It looks absolutely spectacular, so I'm looking for somewhere amazing. I think I'm just going to climb up this little hill here and hope, or should I just drive down here? That hill's probably the best bet. Oh, the moon's over there. That looks spectacular too. Made it! I made it to the top of the hill. Oh, I don't think I've ever gone up a hill so fast in my life. And look at that. Yes! I've got the shot. So I've got some foreground here. Oh, I'm shaking. Got some foreground here. And then this beautiful moss here. Oh, and then I'm going to take a shot a bit down here as well. Sorry, I can't speak. I'm just going to move my camera down there and have no foreground as well. Oh God, just take the shot. It doesn't get better than this. This tops all that doesn't get better than this. Because look at that for a sunrise just after I've had a sort of mediocre sunset. Oh, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do with myself. But the colour is so amazing. I've tried to get a little bit of this foreground in here, of this moss. But to be honest, what more do you need than that? Just what more? I might as well just give up photography now. If this doesn't work, if these photos don't, oh man, there's mist in the valley. Yeah. Yes, whoever is the photography god. That was breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. It's died down there now, but oh my word. It's not often I get to take photos like that, and I know as long as I've got all the settings right and everything, that will be one of my best photos I've ever taken. But it was just incredible just to witness, just to look at it. And then, you know, in the other direction, there's the top of a volcano with some glow and a moon. What? Oh my word. I am lost for words. This has been such an amazing morning, really has. It doesn't get better than this.
So I hope you enjoyed that. I had such a magnificent evening and morning up in the highlands, and actually the volcano, the fog cleared and the volcano went crazy that evening. But so it may be the wrong decision, but I made a decision. I went to the highlands and I got something pretty spectacular. And as you'll see in next week's video, I do get the live volcano, so all's good. Anyway, I wanted to thank Squarespace, who's a sponsor of this week's video, and I've actually posted some photos on my website that I didn't show in the video because there were so many photos to show, so I've added some more into a page on my website. You can go and take a look at them. There's a link in the description. It's so easy to do with Squarespace. You don't need any HTML skills or anything like that. It makes it super easy. So if you are looking to build a website or set up a domain, then make sure you head over to squarespace.com and go to /Nigel and you can get 10% off. Anyway, thanks ever so much for watching this week, and until next Sunday when, oh my word, it's something special. Bye.
Just wanna watch them stars fall. But you don't wanna try